Rome! It's November 2014 and I'm on holiday.
Here I am in Rome, standing in Plaza della Repubblic, in front of this lovely fountain, surrounded by loads of traffic. It's mad here.
This busy central square is at the summit of Viminal Hill, and you have to be careful crossing the roads. Repubblica is very close to the main termini station that links Rome to the rest of the country. A direct fast train connects the city to Leonardo da Vinci Airport, and a single fare is just €14. The termini is also the only metro station on both the A and B lines.
Is that the Crossroads Motel? I'd like to make a reservation. Chalet 14, thank you.
Talking of hotels, I stayed at Hotel IQ, which is next to the Opera House. It's just a 10-minute walk from the termini. If you want to check out the hotel, then take a look at my IQ review. Here's the link. I made the 20-minute walk down to the Colosseum area, although there is a metro station on the B line if you don't want to walk. Around this area of Rome, you'll find the centre of the Roman ruins and a bustling tourist area of the city.
As you can see here at the Colosseum, there is always a queue. It took us about an hour to queue to get our tickets, but you can fast track yourself if you buy a ticket off one of the many vendors around. For a price of about €25, you'll be able to get yourself into the Colosseum and on a 45-minute guided tour.
If you don't want to go with one of the touting tour guides who parade the queues, you can join the line to buy an entrance ticket at €16 for an adult and €6 for a child. It's so worthwhile going inside. If you don't want to queue, then book online in advance.
Welcome to the Colosseum in Rome. It was built in 80 AD by Titus, son of Emperor Vesperus. Its impressive 4 tiers allowed 55,000 people to sit and watch the fights that went on. The fights were between gladiators and convicts, and they took part in the main arena. The slaves were kept in underground tunnels above the fighting area. In the first year of it opening, 90,000 people died.
And in just one game, 9,000 animals were killed too. By the 6th century, the arena was converted into a cemetery until the 1200s. An earthquake in 1349 caused much of the Colosseum to collapse into its current state.
But you just think of all the history that went on before, all those centuries ago, and people filled this stadium. It's quite amazing.
We've arrived at the Roman Forum, and in the background you can see Palatino Hill. The Roman Forum is the area where ancient Rome was, and you can still see now relics of the old buildings that once stood there. The ruins were mostly important government buildings in the centre of ancient Rome. Recent excavations have discovered the origins of Palatino go back as far as 1000 BC, although what is seen today dates from 500 BC to the 4th century AD. Rome is not only a beautiful city, the centre is also quite small and easy to navigate on foot. In fact, it's the best way to see it. Other options are available, including horse and carriage, which is costly at €170 per hour, but split between 4 people is more reasonable. Like all major cities, there is an open-top bus tour, and for €22 for adults and $11 for children, you can hop on and off all day at the major attractions. The national monument to Victor Emmanuel II was built in honour of the first king of a unified Italy and is the tomb of an unknown World War I soldier. It's nicknamed the wedding cake by locals who don't really like it, partly due to its size and grandeur. The other way to get around Rome is underground.
We're at the underground metro station, Repubblica, on our way to the Vatican.
The metro system is easy to navigate and only costs €1.50 per journey, allowing up to 90 minutes travel. That's more than enough to get around. You buy tickets from simple to operate machines in the metro station.
Hi and welcome to the Vatican. We're here to have a look around the Papal Palace and see the Sistine Chapel and all the glorious things which are here at the Vatican.
While the origins of the exhibits have been around since 1503, the Vatican Museum took shape in 1775 with Pope Clement XIV and then Pius VI who patronised the galleries. Entrance to the museum costs €16 and half-price concession tickets are available too.
When in Rome, one of the most important places to visit is surely the Vatican, and we hope to investigate all the history and surroundings here in the Papal Village.
The huge collection of works and art amassed by the Catholic Church over the centuries is visited by up to 6 million tourists per year, so expect it to be busy all year round. It's the 5th most visited museum in the world. On the last Sunday of each month, the Vatican is open to the public for free, but do expect long queues. There are 54 galleries in the museum, so plenty to see, including the most ornate ceilings and those painted by Michelangelo and Raphael. The Gallery of Maps was commissioned by Pope Gregory XIII in 1580 and took the artist Dante 3 years to paint the 40 panels. The Sistine Chapel is on the tour of the museum where you can see Michelangelo's famous ceiling, including the picture of the Last Judgment. The Vatican security ensure no one takes photos or videos in the chapel. At the end of the tour, you descend out of the museum via the spiral stairs that were designed by Giuseppe Momo in 1932. Piazza San Pedro is located in front of St. Peter's Basilica in the Vatican City.
You join us here in Vatican City, Rome, where the Pope makes his weekly address to his following. The square is normally filled up with thousands of people waiting to hear his weekly address on a Sunday.
The tall 4,000-year-old Egyptian obelisk marking the centre of the plaza was moved to St. Peter's Square in 1586. 100 years later, the massive Tuscan colonnades were put up to embrace the visitors in what they called the maternal arms of Mother Church. The River Tiber flows majestically through this religious city, and Rome, according to legend, was built in 753 BC on the banks of the Tiber, just 16 miles from where it enters the sea at Ostia. Sitting on the bank of the river close to the Vatican is the Mausoleum of Hadrian, or more often as it's known, Castel San Angelo. It was started to be constructed in 123 AD for the Roman Emperor Hadrian, so that he and his family could be laid to rest on their deaths. In 401 it became a military fortress, prison and castle to the popes. Plenty of other amazing buildings line up along the Tiber, including the Corte di Cassatione, the Italian Supreme Court.
So one of the main attractions when you come to Rome is the Trevi Fountain. People come here to throw coins into the fountain and make a wish. As I've seen it in the film, 3 coins in a fountain with Frank Sinatra. an iconic piece of beauty, architecture, and we get here today to find it's having a refurbishment, so no water, no Trevi Fountain.
The €2 million restoration project of the fountain is expected to complete in the fall of 2015.
And welcome to the Spannish Steps. Only joking.
Built in 1723, the Spannish Steps are the widest in Europe.
So here we are at one of the iconic landmarks in Rome. We're at the Spannish Steps.
So called as it's near the Spanish embassy, connecting it to the church at the top.
Rome being a religious city, there are lots of churches dotted around the place. We're standing in Plaza Republic, and behind us is the Santa Maria Basilica. Here we are at the Pantheon, one of the oldest buildings in Roman history.
It was built by Augustus in 27 BC and rebuilt by Hadrian in 126 AD as a place to worship the gods. In the 7th century, it was taken over by the Church of Rome.
You join us inside the Pantheon, the Roman place of worship, a very highly decorative round building with very high columns, where obviously all religious services took place for the Romans. The unique feature about the whole Pantheon dome is that there is a hole in the top of the ceiling and obviously open to the elements.
We're standing outside the Santa Maria della Vittoria church in Rome, which was used in the film Angels and Demons in 2009.
While I've not seen the film, a friend recommended taking the tour of the famous and stunning sites used in the movie starring Tom Hanks. It's well worth taking time out to have a look in these beautifully ornate churches.
Here we are standing on the steps of Santa Maria de Popolo, also features in the film Angels and Demons.
Another stunning church, including more artwork from Raphael and others.
You join us in Plaza Navona, which was also used in the film Angels and Demons. We've enjoyed visiting all the churches and sites that were used in the film.
It's not only the architecture that's stunning in Rome, some of the tourists are too.
Were you tripping over yourself there?
Well, what can we say about this great city of Rome that we stayed in for the last few days? Well, we can say we thoroughly enjoyed our time here. We found it to be a very friendly city with lots to do and lots of places to go to. Rome is great to discover on foot, but if you're tired of walking, you can always jump on the metro. It's €1.50 and that will get you anywhere on the metro system. When you come to Rome, come prepared with money because it can be very expensive. So you'll find that you are spending a lot more on your eating and drinking, and even in your hotel you have to pay a hotel tax. Some attractions you can get in for free. We found all the churches and basilicas were free to enter. The Pantheon was free. All main attractions here in Rome. Some you had to pay for, like the Colosseum and the Vatican, but it's well worth spending that money on going round some very, very lovely buildings. It may be best if you book in advance online or phone up, because we found the queues were very, very long and they could take up to an hour to get through.
So that's it, Rome in 15 minutes. So what's good about it? The food. You so got to eat Italian. The people are so friendly and welcoming. The architecture and history cannot be bettered. And getting around is so easy on foot, metro or bus. Look out for the high cost of food and drink and hotel taxes. Traffic is busy, always act confidently as you cross the road. And long queues for popular attractions. However, book online before you go. If you go to Rome, have an amazing time. Arrivederci.